The race to the top of the hot dog eating world, Nathan's Famous will host the Cincinnati Qualifier for the annual 4th of July International Hot Dog Eating Contest.
It's lonely up there at the top.
It's lonely.
This contest is going to take place on the field immediately following the Reds Cubs game tonight. Here to tell us more about how it all works is competitive eater Sean Mulcahey. Sean, thanks so much for coming in and talking about this. You know, the question is always, how does someone decide they're going to be a competitive eater?
How does
that happen?
You know, for me, it started out that I used to just simply eat a lot, go through that growth spurt as a kid, and then it turned into restaurant challenges. The places that have, you know, burger and fry, you finish it in a certain amount of time and you get the meal for free, or your picture on the wall, or a free t-shirt or something like that. Yeah. Fame and glory for everybody.
Okay.
And then actually I did a competition where right before the first bratwurst eating competition here in Cincinnati at Oktoberfest, it was about 8 years ago, and the owner of the restaurant I had done the challenge with passed my information along, and since then I've been doing them.
How often are there different contests around the country? I mean, do you travel like the country?
Yeah, so Major League Eating, which is the organization that puts everything on, with the Nathan's hot dogs, as well as a lot of wing competitions, or, you know, there's a whole variety of them. If you go to their website, you can see it. It's majorleagueeating.com. You can see any of the events that they have coming up. You can register for them. It's open to the public. It's purely when registration opens, you get in there. For Cincinnati, we've had the bratwurst competition at Oktoberfest. We've got a couple qualifiers here for the Nathans, and then we've also done Hooters wing bowls in the past as well.
Okay.
There's training, there's techniques.
There's a lot of training that goes into it.
But the technique is what gets you, because it's not like Bob and I going to, you know,
no, because I've
belling up to the bar.
And I can't, like, my cheeks just keep going out and out and out and out and out and out.
You have to remember to keep moving on.
That's the problem. I just can't move on, Sean.
Yeah, so for a lot of these Nathan's competitions, it's more of a marathon. It really is. There's that 10 minutes that you have to get everything down. You go really hard for the first 5 minutes, and after that point, that's where you separate the pros from the amateurs. You get the people who are just going strong the entire 10 minutes versus that first half.
Well, and I asked you during the commercial break, and it's interesting, because Joey Chestnut is sort of the guy. And I said, is he just not human? Because he really does seem to be on an entirely different level.
You know, it's intense standing next to him sometimes for these competitions and watching him eat. He puts his whole body into it. It's a little much, even for somebody up there doing it himself.
Even another competitive eater's like, Joey's a little.
Yeah. Did you bring something with some water in it?
Well, so none of these have water in them, but for a technique of eating, that's typically what a lot of us do.
Right.
For me, it's if you have a hot dog put together, it's dismantle first. So I will take the hot dog and the bun apart.
Okay.
I'll eat the hot dog, and while I'm doing that, I'll dunk the bun into the water so it'll soften it up. Once the hot dog's done, the bun goes next, and just as little chewing as possible.
Now the competition is there like a ritual you go through beforehand, or something you do?
There's a whole week prep for me. For the first half of the week, it's typically a lot of carbs, a lot of rices and pastas and stuff that are going to expand after I eat them in my stomach. And then the maybe day and a half before, it's strictly fruits and veggies, and then liquids today.
Man. Now, the event tonight, the registration's already closed. So if somebody's watching right now and thinking, I really want to compete tonight, they can't. Correct. Okay.
But if they think they got what it takes, if they think they have what it takes, what would you suggest that they go to the eating?
Yeah, so go to majorleagueeating.com. They actually show all of their upcoming events, typically about 6 months out. So you can, once registration opens, you can sign up. Different prizes for different amounts of the competitions, depending on where it is. It's a really good opportunity to get into it, and it's completely free for anybody to do.
Sean, without water, can you even show us, or do you need the water?
I mean, I could give you a kind of a rundown of what it would look like.
Because Tara's going to do weather here in a second, but just a quick.
So,
we instinctively backed up from the table.
You're not going to lose any fingers. I mean, I could. It would probably make for really interesting TV. So for me, like I said, it's taking the two items apart as I'm dunking the hot dog into what would be a cup of water. The hot dog is going down. You got to make sure you don't take too big of bites, because chewing takes time.
You can't talk.
Chewing does take time.
Exactly. So you just got to, time your bites right. Don't take too big of a bite, too small of a bite. Get it quick going down. Move on to the bun.
There's a science to this.
There is.
Like a champion.
Sean, thanks so much. Best of luck in the competition tonight. We hope to see you at Nathan's.
Thanks very much.
All right, buddy. Good luck. Over to Tara now.